Welcome to another video in our Scrambling series. Today we will give you an overview of climbing Realet Ridge. The most difficult sections of the ridge are bolted, but we do recommend carrying your own protection. 6 long slings and 8 quick draws will do the job. The logistics of Realet Ridge are somewhat complicated. The guidebook recommends 2 cars, but we decided to go by bike and make our life a little bit easier. After dropping our bikes by the road near Castellated, we set off on a short walking approach. We used satellite view on Google Maps to scout the route, and even though at some point it felt like we were invading someone's private property, it all ended up fine. As you approach the ridge, there's a hard to miss offshoot path that takes you to the base of the ridge. The initial part of the scramble is non-technical and rather straightforward. You'll be seeing some rock outcrops here and there, but mostly just walking and gaining some altitude. After 20 to 30 minutes, the ridge becomes narrower and more rocky. The route finding is rather easy. If in doubt, look out for red dots on rock. What follows is an amazing section of sustained climbing that will take you to the top of Realet One. There are a few exposed bits here and there, but you should be fine without a rope. As you watch footage of scrambling towards Realet One, let me offer some equipment tips. We didn't bring climbing shoes and at no point we missed them. Approach shoes were just fine. In terms of rope, you will need at least 60 meters of total rope length. We think 2 skinny 30-meter half ropes would be ideal, as they would make rope management much easier. But a 60 to 70 meter single rope will also do the job. The second section starts immediately after the first summit and is the crux of the route. If you haven't already, you will definitely want to rope up at this point. This section is not as difficult as far as climbing grade is concerned, around 4+, but the exposure makes it really nerve-wracking. Most of it is traversing and down climbing. You want to stay on the left side of the ridge. If in doubt, follow the bolts. We recommend placing extra protection here, cams or slings, as the bolts are quite far apart and falling might result in an unpleasant swing. This is an aerial view of the section immediately following the knife edge ridge. Note that the drone is moving in the direction opposite to how climbers progress. It features a few tricky steps, but as you can see, it's much wider than the Crux. As you complete the Crux, it's a good time to have a break for drink and food. Soon afterwards, somewhat unexpectedly, you'll find yourself on top of Realet 2. This is aerial view of the fourth section. After summiting Realet 2, there's a short downclimb, then an uphill and then a Castellated ridge, which is not as hard as the knife edge ridge, but it's quite irregular and has a really scary exposed downclimb. The last section involves going to the top of Realet 3 and then backtracking to the white patch of gravel. The only problem is that there are two patches of gravel. Actually, both of them will work fine as long as you manage to find the next uphill point. To find it, you have to keep traversing the slope and don't go too low. For more details, visit our blog macandwen.com.